Hello, this is Horror Studio One, and this is my unedited podcast. Hello, this is Horror Studio One coming to you once again with a podcast. So before we start the podcast today, I want to update you guys a little bit about my life. Thank you guys for caring about what's been going on in my life. If you guys know, I recently, a couple months ago, moved back to Asia and have now been on vacation, or kind of moved back for a couple of months back to Canada, where I used to inhabit. So I'm just chilling there for a little bit, and I have a lot of more free time on my hands. Basically, I've been reading a lot, and I found from this online news article that there has been a time traveler, or a bunch of time travelers. Do you guys believe in time travel? What you guys see on Apex TV? I mean, sometimes it seems kind of odd, okay, some of the posts that they make, but a lot of their claims actually weirdly coincide. So essentially, the topic I want to talk about today is a Twitter page by the name of YJ. Now, YJ is a very unique Twitter page. First of all, it's in Japanese, so not a lot of people have been talking about it because of that, but it is allegedly a Twitter user from the year 2075. Now, this Twitter page itself has attracted over 60,000 plus followers and has made over 300 posts. The first post they made was in the January of this year with I am from the year 2075. They also predicted many things in terms of how our world is going to be. They said in a little while, in the year 2020, there is going to be a futuristic robot that's going to be created that is going to be a killer robot. And he's basically having this story where in 2075, a time traveler comes back and tries to save him. Honestly, this kind of sounds like the story from Dragon Ball Z. I don't know if you guys watch Dragon Ball Z, but the story from the Cell Saga where Trunks from the future comes back to stop the androids. Very similar. Again, this account that we're talking about is a Japanese account, so maybe that may be the reason for the situation. He's saying that in the year 2075, where he's from, only like licensed members are allowed to do this time travel thing, where they're essentially coming back to change history. Essentially, but there are people on a mission, so that's also true. On January 14th, he says that there was going to be a catastrophe, and he put that in the Swedish language, katastrof, K-A-T-A-S-T-R-O-F. So I actually looked at, because I'm very I'm a bit into this. I looked at the news reports of this year, 2018, January 14th, the day that this was published, 15th, 16th, a couple of days. There wasn't a lot of what you would consider as a catastrophe. There was a miscommunication, like a false alarm for missiles being sent from Hawaii. But if you guys know, Hawaii is predominantly aside from the locals that live there, a lot of Japanese people live in Hawaii as well. That was on the 14th, the day that this tweet was given out. Maybe that's what he was talking about. In terms of why he posted this tweet in the Swedish language, katastrof, I have no idea why. Katastrof, Sweden that time did not have any catastrophes. The worst one was in August, where a couple cities basically had gangs starting fires for the cars. That was essentially it. And then there's just a couple other ones. Basically, he's saying that one that really terrified me, and I think a lot of people on the site in terms of the future, is he said that in 2031, there was going to be a third world war. This is the most scary one to me. 2031 is not far away. We are already in 2019, so that's 12 years away. And there's going to be a third world war. Like, on some level, I don't know. Like, I kind of believe it. Yeah, but he's saying that it's going to be, obviously, North Korea. That whole situation there. I don't know if I can trust this. Personal opinion, I honestly hope it doesn't happen. Like, in the world that we live in with social media, with everything that's going on, why would we still want to have a world war, quote unquote, right? But for a fact that a lot of people are going to die if that were to happen, I'm just hoping that that doesn't need to happen. The world is just going into a better place, so hopefully that is, you know. But the thing is, it's my own paradox. If I'm believing in this guy, then of course, and I'm talking to you about it in a video, obviously Horror Studio 1 freaking believes it. Like, bro, I believe, like, I'll be honest, like, I believe this kind of shit will happen. Ever since I was a kid, I was fascinated with time travel. Like, I'll be honest, I want to believe, you know, I want to believe this. And if I want to believe this, but I don't want to believe certain dates, and that's just like, that doesn't make sense. That's like, you know, that's just doesn't, it doesn't make sense at all. It's just stupid. So if I believe in this time travel, which I honestly do because I'm making a freaking video about it, 2031 is the day that World War III is coming upon us. Hopefully it's going to be like something like the Cold War where everyone just sits there and like talks about, yo, I'll fire a missile at you and I'll fire a missile at you. Like, I really hope it's like that situation, opposed to anything else that may happen. So yeah, in 2021, they said that the Chinese weather control system will happen. Well, that's like 2 years from now. Yeah, bro, I don't know about that. Anyways, in 2029, there will be a power generator from the desert and the ocean that's going to be able to power all the electricity in the whole world. In 2031, okay, this is so weird. In 2031, they said that we're going to be able to talk to dead people, or people that have already passed. So that's 12 years from now. Yeah, that's a little bit too fast, isn't that? Can you imagine 12 years from now, we go from Snapchat to talking to dead guys in the past? That's a little improbable. Now I'm rethinking this when I'm like logically breaking this shit down to you guys. In 2075, where this individual, 2075, if you said that we're able to talk to dead people, maybe, but 2031 is 12 years from now, bro. That doesn't seem very probable. Maybe like secretly, like with the government technology, but definitely not open to the public. They said that I think 2028 is where they say time travel is going to be commoditized to the public. I don't really believe that. In 10 years, I will still not be able to accept that, like, we can take vacations through time. Like, like, there's gonna be so much. Think about the debate that goes on, you know, with just like stupid stuff with just aliens. I think time travel, as opposed to like aliens, is even a worse. Like, is even harder to accept, in my opinion. Anyways, let's just keep going. So 2075, it says that keeping cockroaches as pets has become a thing, a trend. No, let's get back to my ideas of time travel compared to aliens. A lot of people say that aliens themselves are time travelers. They're basically people from through time and space, and the UFOs that we see are actually time capsules, which I think kind of makes sense, because if we just go through the infinite times of history, and if time travel, we do believe in that fact, then of course there's going to be time, like a freaking course, unless like the human civilization, you know, ends in like 80 years or something like that. You know, we're eventually gonna invent something like that. Like, that's like a fact, you know? So I know there's time travelers, but then on some level, it's like freaky thinking about in our modern day, like today, 2018. I think in my mind, time traveling is still something of the future. So once it gets to that future point, the people that grow up in that world will be, you know, obviously conditioned by the environment, by the government to not feel so negatively or react so greatly to time travel, to aliens, to alternate dimensions, to outer space travel, like that kind of shit. But I think in our 2018, it's still really hard for me to accept the fact that there is time traveling. In my mind, going through space and seeing other life form is already pretty mind-blowing, right? But I mean, not really to me, because I have a YouTube channel talking about crazy stuff all the time. But I mean, time travel in my mind is like, because I think the difference is time travel, you can destroy humanity. Like, you're essentially giving someone the most powerful weapon in the whole entire world. Like, this is not even like World War III we're talking about. World War III maybe, like, that is dangerous. But a time travel machine is the most dangerous weapon you can give. It's like giving someone magic powers. It's like giving, it essentially is like, if you really think about it, it's like this person can go back in any time in history. He can go back to the Big Bang, if you believe in the Big Bang Theory. Like, if you believe in that, he can go back there and just fuck some shit up, and we all end up being fish. Like, walking fish. Like, that would, ultimately, it could happen if someone had the power to time travel. So even though some people say, like, yo, in, in the 1970s, they had already, like, made this thing where they have like mastered or perfected time travel, where they, if you time travel, you no longer get stuck to the walls and shit. But I mean, that's a secret government thing, and it's like, I think that's like a tactic that they use, is to kind of slip that into us to have us believe it or have us accept it more easily, is to put it in movies like Back to the Future. I think that's one. Put it in movies. Put it in just popular culture, like TV shows and stuff like that. Just like slip it to us slowly, or have conspiracy theories kind of come out so that we're like, okay, so some of the population's brains are already adjusting to the fact that maybe that could be a reality, And then, in like 50 years come up with, okay, well, we've actually had this all along or something. That, or pretend that they just invented, like, I think that's gonna be the case. Like, I think, because even if in the mail, I mean in the notes, it said that the weather control machine by the Chinese, I've been hearing about weather manipulation for a very long time. I even made a video about it, I think, on my channel like 2 months ago, talking about the typhoon in Hong Kong and all that kind of bullshit. So and in 2021, maybe they're coming out with it officially to the public, but they've been having this technology and tampering with it and experimenting with it and using it actually for probably a very, very long time before that. So time travel, yeah, they could be using it right now, but to finally accept it in like our mainstream is freaking hard, man. It's gonna be hard. Like honestly, like, I'm such a hypocrite, I think, for saying this, because I am a guy that runs this channel. I want these things to come out to reality. That's why I make these videos and all that kind of stuff. But it's like, at the end of the day, man, it's like when it's coming your face and it's like affecting your work and it's on the news and your friends are all talking about it, it's like, it's freaking weird. It is weird. I think the conditioning has not been to the point where time travel is really gonna be that easy to accept for a human being. And in 2018, right now, even in like 2028, maybe not even, like, that's just 10 years from now. Like, think about 2008 and 2018, how that feels as a time frame. It doesn't feel that long. 2008 was when, like, what happened in 2008? I don't know, a lot of shit happened in 2008, but, like, it's not even that long, like, ago. You know what I mean? 2028 is not going to be that different from us right now. Like, if it's going to be a really different, some really bad shit is going to happen. Like, I don't know, some government's gonna destroy, like for 10 years to be that much of a difference, some really bad shit is gonna happen. So of course we're hoping that's not gonna be the case. So in reality, I don't see this time travel. I'm just trying to say, this account, some stuff I don't believe, but maybe not this account or some of the other accounts you see on, like, YouTube or something, but I do believe that in our reality, there is time travelers. Maybe they are the UFO grays that we see up in the sky. I have no idea. I can't confirm myself. I want to hear what you guys think. Put in the comments below what you guys think. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Horror Studio 1. Well, I've done one of these in a long time. It's a lot of fun. All right, bye.